Well, many of you are meeting me for the very first time, and I bet you are already scratching your heads wondering, what kind of leader did they hire? I mean, think about it. What CEO follows Mark Peter and John Turnipseed to the stage? I've got to have my head examined. But I tell you what, John Turnipseed also serves as testament of my genius. Because although I'm surrounded by incredible people that work at Urban Ventures with incredible passion for our ministry, I realize that no one person can better tell the story of Urban Ventures than John Turnipseed. So one of my first acts to show my decisiveness was I asked John if he would become our new executive vice president and represent us out in the community. So let's hear it for John. So I joined Urban Ventures on September 1st. So I just celebrated my 2-month anniversary. So don't ask me anything hard, but I love this place already. I grew up in corporate America. I'm so pleased to have my former colleagues from ECMC here, an organization that I love, and I appreciate you guys so much. And they're sponsors of our event tonight, and ECMC group over there, table there. Raise your hand. But one of the most common questions I've been asked is, this is a big change, Dave. Has it gone as you expected? And so, being the decisive guy I am, I always respond with an unequivocal, well, sort of. Most things actually have been confirmed. The reputation that Urban Ventures has for doing some really good work is real. I'm surrounded by an incredibly talented and passionate workforce, and I'll talk about them a little bit more in a few moments. I've found a strong record of fiscal accountability to our donors. I've seen an intentionality about measuring outcomes and evaluating our success. And then I've been so impressed with the longevity and the rootedness in our community. So while I continue to earn my place as an insider now and as a member of the UV team, I can now increasingly speak to the quality and effectiveness of the work that we do here. I cannot, however, take any credit. So now I'd like to spend a few moments just recognizing some incredible people. And I promise to be brief. I can't do this justice in the few minutes that we have here, but I want to thank a few key people. First, I want to thank my predecessor and burgeoning friend, Tim Clark. Tim is unable to be here tonight. His new organization that he heads is having a board meeting tonight. But I am so grateful to his sharing of his wisdom, the openness that he's had, but I am so glad we are represented by the Clark family with Tara here with us tonight. Let's hear it for Tara Clark. Tara, if you could. There she is. Thank you, Tara. Tara and Tim, Tara was a co-laborer of Tim's throughout his tenure here at Urban Ventures, and gratefully and thankfully, they continue to be active members of the Urban Venture community. I also want to acknowledge past and current board members, and I know many of you are here with us tonight. I'd like our board members and past board members to please stand so we can show our appreciation to them. And guess what? They're not doing it for the paycheck. They are doing this because they love this organization and and they've got a tough job. They're my supervisor. Urban Ventures also has a long history of recognizing individuals and partnerships that have made a significant contribution to the development of our city. Commemorating this is our Community Builders Award, given out annually at this event. So earlier this evening, in a smaller setting, we recognized the Bachman family. The Bachmans started in Minneapolis in 1885 and is now a fifth-generation family-owned business. Job creation and economic development are just the start of their contributions to the vitality of our city. Let's show them our appreciation, not only with a round of applause, but by shopping Bachmans for all of our flower, plant, and gardening needs. How did I do, Dale? All right, good. Dale, will you please stand, and family, Bachman family, please stand. We want to thank you. And speaking of community builder, the very definition of community builder, the founder of Urban Ventures, Art Erickson. There he is. Come on, Art, stand up. So, the last time I saw Art on a Jumbotron was at the Minnesota Vikings game, where he was honored as Minnesota's own hometown hero. Wow. I have to tell you, I can only hope to have half the energy this man has when I'm his age. And not that he's that old. He's in the office every day, meeting with people from literally around the world, coming into Studio 180 that Art runs, training future Urban Ventures leaders in parts throughout our nation and across the world. You know, I have to tell you, in a short period of time, I just met his wife for the first time this evening, and I said to her, and I meant it to her, and I mean it tonight, in a short period of time, I've grown to really love this man. He has shared so much of his wisdom and insight with me in my short tenure here at Urban Ventures. And he had this idea early on, you know, Dave, we should go on a neighborhood tour together. Can introduce you to a few people and, you know, be fun. And I said, yeah, Art, sounds like a great idea. So we, got out our calendars and we, allocated an afternoon. Thought that should do it. Well, I think we've been on about 5 afternoon tours now, and we're about 1/10 of the way through the neighborhood. Here's what I've discovered. There isn't a person in the neighborhood that Art doesn't know, and he's got a gift of gab. And but Art, I'm enjoying it, and thanks again for all that you've done for Urban Ventures and all that you continue to do. We also celebrate and thank the many, many Urban Ventures volunteers. Many of you in this room tonight are or have been volunteers. In fact, over the past year, more than 1,000 people from across the Twin Cities have given their time and talents to mentor, teach, train, listen, encourage, pray, and so much more. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And last but certainly not least, I really need to thank the leadership team and the employees of Urban Ventures. We're about 75 strong. And I tell you what, I have gotten to know some incredible people. You met Mark Peter and John, and one of the things I'm struggling a little bit with is this, dress code. Mark Peter is on one extreme. He comes in almost every day with shorts, flip-flops, and a t-shirt, and then John comes in a three-piece suit. So I'm like, all right, khakis and a polo shirt. I'll be right in between. But they are just two of the many incredible people that make up Urban Ventures, and let's just show them our appreciation to all the great work that they're doing. So as I mentioned, there is plenty in my first days at Urban Ventures that has gone smoothly and as expected. But then again, there's times I've been completely blown away. I've been blown away by the realities about poverty in our city, the gut-wrenching things I have heard about or seen firsthand. Whether it's the 86,000 people in our city living below the economic poverty line, or that a youth who finishes third grade without being proficient in reading is 4 times more likely to drop out before graduating high school. Or that despite significant investment in our public education system, Minneapolis continues to lag behind other major cities across the country in terms of graduation rates. Or that the unemployment rate is 4 times higher for a person of color than the average Minnesotan. Or that 70% of men of color that drop out of high school spend time in prison by the age of 35. But then I see what Urban Ventures is doing, and I have hope. Over 4,000 youth and adults are served by Urban Ventures each year. I listen to stories of the lives that have been changed through Urban Ventures and that hope then becomes something tangible. Tonight, we have the privilege of hearing a few of these stories of tangible hope firsthand. These are stories of grit, determination, and strength in the face of adversity. So with that, I want to invite a young man to the stage that has been part of Urban Ventures programs for over 7 years. He is a graduate of our partner Cristo Rey Jesuit High School and is now on a 4-year scholarship at Augsburg College with Urban Ventures Act 6 program. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Brandon Williams.